Hello everyone, it is day 21 of the magic, and we are talking about the power of gratitude and how the power of attraction really magnifies when you're able to hold consistent gratitude.
Yeah.
So today's magnificent outcomes. I like this one. It's a little bit long, so I'm probably gonna, skim because that's what I do. Y'all don't want to hear me ramble on forever. So she says, we all want good outcomes in everything we do. In giving thanks before he performed an action, the writer Gilbert Keith Chesterton used the magic of gratitude to guarantee the outcome he wanted. You all have had times when you thought to yourself, I hope this goes well, or I hope this turns out okay, or I'm going to need a lot of luck. All these thoughts are hoping for a good outcome, but life doesn't happen by chance or because of a stroke of luck. The laws of the universe operate mathematically to the finest possible degree. That is something you can count on. A pilot doesn't hope that the laws of physics will keep working during his flight because he knows the laws of physics will never fail. You don't go into your day and hope the law of gravity will keep you on the ground so you don't float off into space. You know there's no chance that gravity will fail. If you want magnificent outcomes to everything you do, then you have to use the law that governs outcomes, the law of attraction. That means you have to use your thoughts and feelings to attract magnificent outcomes to you, and being grateful for magnificent outcomes is one of the simplest ways to do it. The magnificent outcomes practice is being grateful before you do something. Being grateful for the outcome of a job interview, an exam, a sports game, a phone call, a catch up with a friend, or even just seeing your mother-in-law. You could be grateful for the outcome of your exercise routine, your pet's appointment, or medical or dental checkup. You could be grateful for magnificent outcomes when an electrician, plumber, or any tradesperson is addressing a problem in your home. The magnificent outcome to a family outing, conversation with your child about their behavior, or heart-to-heart with your partner. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome.
I was sitting here laughing at your tax return refund. I was sitting here like, what is all this?
Well, right when I said partner, you laughed, so it made me laugh. Okay, if it helps you to believe in the magical power of gratitude to create magnificent outcomes, you can wave your fingers through the air and imagine you're sprinkling magic dust over the event you want to turn out magnificently. So she does this a lot, like she assigns a physical act towards a thought, and that's a great idea. I mean, it may feel silly to some, like sprinkling the food and sprinkling your coworkers and all that kind of stuff, but there's power in having a two-part action.
Yes.
So just like when I always reiterate that at the end of the day, or when you make your list and you read it, say thank you out loud, not just in your head, because you say it, you hear it, and you feel it.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope.
So doing the fingers adds another layer of impact to it. So there is value to it, although I know that some would be hesitant because it is kind of silly, but there's value to it.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as, you manifest what you say, your imagination, I always, even my magnetic, I keep my area of ideas always in a positive way because I don't want to feel negative. So I always keep myself in a lot of positive. So it makes it makes sense with this law of attraction like this.
Yeah. So she goes on to talk about how it doesn't just have to be like some event, like something that is coming, but that also we can use it when things just happen spontaneously. Sometimes when something unexpected happens, we make assumptions and then we get all into a spiral. And she says that, for example, you arrive at work and are told that the boss wants to see you right away. If anybody tells me that they want to talk to me, my chest tightens immediately.
Because you think it's going to be something bad?
Because my brain thinks it's going to be something bad. I don't necessarily think that, but my brain does. It's just...
your subconscious. Yes. It probably was when you was younger and your parents would be like, we need to talk. Yeah. Or your boss would be like, we need to talk.
It's what it is it's the old people pleaser in me.
That's
what it is. For example, you arrive at work and told that the boss wants to see you right away. The problem with jumping to conclusions and thinking there's something wrong is that the law of attraction says what you think and feel you will attract to you. So instead of jumping to conclusions and thinking you might be in trouble, take the opportunity to make magic happen by being grateful for a magnificent outcome. So instead of automatically assuming the worst, just take a moment, breathe, and assume that it's going to be okay.
But people naturally do that. That's the first thing they do is to look at, but I catch myself now. Like I'll say something, and I'm like, no, I'm not even going to say that out into the universe. Not anymore, you know, because it really is, law of attraction is the real deal.
It's the real deal.
Like I have been like experiencing it left and right, and it is crazy.
It's the real deal.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And what sucks though is when you're low vibe, and you know you're low vibe, and therefore you know that you're attracting low vibe, but you can't pull yourself out of low vibe. Yes. But that's where earlier when we were talking about it's a roller coaster, and we do have to just allow it to
roller coaster. Yeah, let it flow.
Because the harder you try to pull yourself out of that, if you're not ready, the worse it gets.
Well, the harder you resist it, the worse it's going to get.
Yes.
Instead of just let it flow. It takes work to let it flow, though. It takes work on self to really learn how to let it flow.
Yes, that's an understatement.
Yes.
It takes work and a lot of tears.
Yeah.
If you miss your bus or train on your way to work, or miss a flight, or are unexpectedly delayed, instead of thinking this is bad, be grateful for the magnificent outcomes so that you put the magic into motion to receive a magnificent outcome.
But with that said, there's some magic that happens there. Like if you miss the bus or something, there's usually a reason why. Like you might meet a person and like it was meant to happen. Like all that was meant to happen. So many times. You just have to observe to see what's really going on instead of being frustrated and mad that it happened.
Because if you're mad, then you may even miss out on that.
Yeah, but it's taking the opportunity to be like, why did this happen?
Yeah.
Let me look around. Who am I supposed to be communicating or connecting with? You know, like that's the opportunities that I take with it now.
It sure is.
So dope.
The more you practice magnificent outcomes and make it a daily habit, the more magnificent outcomes will attract into your life. Less and less you will find yourself in situations that you don't want to be in. You won't find yourself in the wrong places at the wrong time, and no matter what happens in your day, that's pretty much exactly what you just said. And no matter what happens in your day, you will know with absolute certainty that the outcome will be magnificent. That's exactly what you just said. I love it.
So.
All right, so here's the task. At the beginning of today, choose 3, or tomorrow if you're watching this midday, choose 3 separate situations where you would like magnificent outcomes. I love how she capitalizes that. You can choose 3 things that are important to you in your life currently, such as a job interview coming up, an application for a loan, an exam, or a doctor's appointment. You can also start by selecting 3 things that are normally humdrum activities for you, because when the magic happens to those humdrum activities, you will be really convinced that you attracted the magnificent outcome. For example, you could choose your drive to work, doing the ironing, going to the bank or post office, picking up the kids, paying the bills, or collecting the mail. Those are neat things that I would have never thought of.
Yeah, you really need to practice going to the post office. I think that would be a great one for you to do. I'm just kidding. I just seen that and I was like, that would be perfect for Angela to go to the post office.
You are not wrong.
Yeah, I love
you are not wrong. All right, make a written list of the 3 situations you've chosen for magnificent outcomes. Use gratitude's magical power as you write each one, and as you write each one, imagine that you're writing about each one after it's happened.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you for the magical outcome of. For the second step of this magical practice, you're going to choose 3 unexpected things that arise today and use the magical power of gratitude for their magical outcomes as well. You could do this practice before you take 3 phone calls, before you open 3 emails or 3 letters, before you do an unexpected errand or anything else unexpected that comes up in the day.
Yep.
This part of the practice is not so much about what unexpected events you choose as it is about struggling.
Yeah, we're struggling.
This part of the practice is not so much about what unexpected events you choose as it is about you practicing gratitude. So it doesn't matter what you choose, because the whole point is just
practicing
feeling
gratitude.
Because you can feel gratitude, that no matter what you're feeling gratitude, it overflows into other things.
Yes.
So that's why when I am feeling low vibe, I try to just find the things that I am grateful for, because any gratitude is going to help you raise your vibration and improve.
And that's what it's mainly about, is raising your vibration.
That's exactly what it's about. Yeah. So again, it's vital that you feel the gratitude. It doesn't really matter what the event is. You can't do this. There's no too much to doing this practice. Magnificent outcomes will have. Let me start over. Good God. You can't.
You can do this part, and then I'll read the practices.
You. Appreciate that.
Love you too.
You can't do this magical practice too much, because the more you practice it, the more magnificent outcomes you will have in your life as a matter of course. Again, gratitude spills over. Practicing it today will get you into the idea of it, and in the future, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're hoping for a good outcome or thinking you need good luck, you will immediately turn to the magical power of gratitude and make magnificent outcomes a certainty in your life.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay, so the practice for day 21 is count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful as you can for that blessing. At the beginning of the day, choose 3 things or situations that are important to you where you want magnificent outcomes. Woo, that's good. Okay, so the number 3 is list your 3 things and write one as though you are writing after it has happened. Thank you for the magnificent outcome too. And so you do that. And then number 4, as you go through the day, choose 3 unexpected events that come up in your day where you can be grateful for the magnificent outcome. Each time, close your eyes and mentally say or feel, thank you for the magnificent outcome too, whatever. And just before you go to bed, hold your rock in your hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened for you during that day. This is awesome.
This was good. I liked it. I mean,
Yeah.
It's a tongue twister, but I really like the emphasis on us finding gratitude in the little things, not letting our mind spiral and make all those assumptions and decisions that aren't true. And then don't forget to throw in a little sprinkle here and there, because it really does matter.
Well, I just love this as far as the gratitude and bringing yourself to awareness of watching for gratitude and stuff. So I really liked it. I really like this one today, y'all. We will see you tomorrow. This is Life Coach Brandi Miles and Coach Ange. Peace out. Bye, y'all. Okay,
All right.
good.